What is up with him?
Well, just let him explain it. Sorry, Carl, do it again. Well, I wasn't listening. Do it again.
Elliot, yeah. Who's in E.T.
Yeah, just do the clue again.
Right. E.T.'s upset. So he's looking a bit sad and that. What's
what, E.T. the extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right, and his mate, who's in it's called Elliot.
Yeah.
Right, he's upset. What's up with him? Well, he's Missy Elliot.
Missy Elliot, what's she got to do with it, though? I don't understand.
No. The way you'd say it, you say, what's up, E.T.? And it'd go, oh, Missy Elliot.
Why would he mention her? I don't understand. Was it a thing in the film?
Missing.
She wasn't even around.
Oh, missing?
Oh, Missing Elliot. Oh, no,
that makes sense, Carl, but she's not called Missing Elliot.
It's meant to be about rock stars, though, isn't it? Missing Elliot, isn't it? So it's meant to be about rock stars, isn't it, though?
It's just cryptic, though, isn't it? Cryptic clues.
Oh, no, that's not cryptic. That's shit. You.
Right, the third one. I had a tape, and it had, Humpty Dumpty on it, and...
I love when he says Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah,
Humpty Dumpty.
Hickory Dickory Dock and that. But the tapes, broke.
Yeah.
That was BR. Buster Rhymes.
Say that again, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Who's the winner, Steve?
No, it doesn't. No, do you mean busted?
Well, it's kind of like that. Cryptic.
No, it's not. No, cryptic doesn't mean change it, so it's not the same.
Steve, who's the winner? We got loads of right answers, so...
It's interesting, this email system, it flashes up suspected spam. If it, spam is that stuff that gets sent around the internet.
Yeah.
And it flashes that up if it thinks it's, gonna be a spam email. And every time it comes in with a Rockbusters answer, it just says suspected spam. In a sense. In a way. Let's give it to, Catherine Jakeways. From Hackney, she's got this
rubbish, absolute rubbish. You know, talking about your parents listening, Karl was in Heat this week, and they mentioned that he does this thing on Sky. What is it?
It's this thing with Richard Bacon, some programme about watching telly, and you just talk about what you're watching and that.
And he was annoyed because he said because his parents are there, and so he's not doing it. He's not going to turn up because they mentioned it in Heat.
And so his parents might watch.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that?
I don't like them watching stuff, do I? I told you. It dates back to when I did Little Donkey at school. Sure. I don't want people watching me.
What's that? Just renew us on Little Donkey? What happened?
It was just, I was there to play the drums and that, in We Three Kings. I was loving it, I got a bit carried away.
How old were you?
About 13.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Probably.
Yeah.
About 10 probably.
Yeah.
6.
Between 6 and 13.
How old were you? What school were you at?
Okay, you were playing Little Donkey.
Yeah.
So, and,
No.
No, but it was one of them schools where everyone sort of was in the same one. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, a Manchester school.
Just the one after.
Well, it's like
sweeping chimneys in the day and then 1 hour of learning. What are you talking about? What school were you at? Was it infants, junior, or secondary?
They didn't really do that. It was
What
one
do
way.
you mean? You do that? They still have to abide by the laws of the land in Manchester.
No, but it was a lot more like you had infants, but you also had like the older lot. There's kids there who, when you're in the younger year and that, you'd see kids and you go,
talk English and use terms that people do when they're talking about schooling.
I don't even want to talk about this.
No, how old were you? What
I'm guessing maybe 6 or 7 or 8.
So you went from 13 to 6?
Yeah, but like I say, it's hard to remember because...
Imagine if you were giving evidence in a trial.
Yeah. How old were you? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I can't really narrow it down other than 7 years either way.
Theoretically, he could get called up for jury service. Right, you're on...
White Stripes, hardest button to button on XFM. That's a frightening thought that you came up with before the break.
Karl on jury service.
Karl could be responsible for someone's rest of their life.
Yeah. Because jury service, that applies to anyone. Anyone could get sent the form. I think you're obliged to go unless you have a really decent reason not to.
Imagine it was a really, really important trial.
But what annoys me is that isn't it supposed to be you're tried by 12
good men and true.
12 good men and true.
Yeah.
Good men and true.
And women, of course.
The only thing I can hope is that the defence attorney would wheedle out Karl at an early stage.
Oh yeah, objection. I object.
Yeah.
Why?
I object. Have you heard of something called Rockbusters?
Yeah. Well, sorry, you can't just object on that. Okay, then what if I tell you my client, standing trial, is a little gay Chinese fella? And here are some of the tapes from XFM. What would you do?
He's prejudiced.
So how does it work then?
How does what work?
What do you mean? You just get called up and you have to do jury service unless you've got a very good reason.
And it's not, I normally have Mondays off.
yeah. Oh, you wouldn't like that. You have to get there at 9 o'clock.
I've got to prepare monkey news.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't stand it.
Wouldn't do it.
What would you say?
Say, oh, don't get me involved. Because I got involved once.
Don't get me involved!
No.
What do you mean you got involved once?
Well, with the police and that, when I lived in Manchester, I saw a bit of car crime going on.
Right.
And I got involved. Hassle. Telling you.
How did you get involved? You phoned the police?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I thought, well, I know, well, that's just it, but I thought I'd hope somebody did it with my,
Yeah.
So, and it's just a hassle. Loads of phone calls.
Canary.
Having to stand on a balcony of this, tower block that I lived in. Police shouting up at me. I'm stood there with my underpants on, right? And what it was, a car had been robbed, right? Mm-hmm. So I call up the police and that, right? Said, right, listen, car's being robbed. And they said, where is it? I said, I don't know, just across the road from where I live, right? So I tell them where I live. And
where do you live? How old are you? 13?
So she's asking loads of questions and that. I'm saying, look, whilst you're asking all this, they're actually getting away, so, will we leave it? And she's like, no, we'll track it down, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, look, I work nights.
What could you see? You could see some
lads just pushing a car.
Pushing a car?
Yeah.
That's how they steal cars in Manchester, is it?
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the country, they're getting in, they're driving them away.
In the south, they drive them away.
Exactly.
You usually sort of like
in
start
Manchester.
the engine. Can get away a lot faster. What do the police do? Push their panda car after them.
Exactly.
Say, come on lads, don't cheat, don't get in the car. They're just pushing it.
It was late at night and that. And
okay.
You don't want to start the engine
because they'll wake people up, not when you're nicking cars. Of course you don't.
Alright,
So
is it
late at night? Hold on, they weren't gay. They weren't gay, were they? What, they're out late, really? Come on, Carl, so what happened?
So, anyway, I said, look, don't call me back, I'm going to bed, right, I've got work in a bit.
Brilliant.
So,
let's go, what?
So that was that, right?
Where are you working?
Next thing, right, phone's going, hello, it's the police again. I said, oh, I told you not to call me. Right?
I told you not to call me at home.
So, they said, right, the police are outside, can you go on your balcony? It's like, oh. So I'm 10 stories up, right? Stood on the balcony with like my underpants on. Yeah. Right? And the police are saying, where's the car? And I'm saying, I don't know, they've gone down that road now. So I'm trying to point to them. They're shouting up saying which road and all that. And I just thought, why did they get involved? Yeah. I don't think they found it. No. It was hassle.
The blokes were pushing it too fast.
Exactly.
They were in the next street by now, weren't they?
Don't get involved. Don't get after that.
Imagine him being on some sort of trial where it's like some sort of mob affair.
Yeah, gang murder.
Imagine him going into witness protection. The police just explaining to him, your new name is Jeffrey Peters.
Why can't I be called Bruce Wayne?
Well, no. Mr. Pilkinton, listen. Imagine that. Do you know what witness protection is?
Oh, go on.
Amazing.
Look, it's when, supposing you were to give evidence against the mafia, right, you've done a job for them and you had to give evidence against them, right?
Right, well, if you're going to do, all I did was 2 kids nicking a car. Yeah. Don't start messing with mafia.
No, listen, of course not, no. But let's imagine you were in the mafia, and, that you got caught doing something, but instead of going to prison for the rest of your life, you said, oh, well, I can give you Mr. Big, yeah? So they go, okay, give us Mr. Big and we'll let you off, right? So the police go, right, okay.
I got handed this leaflet in Soho.
So you go, well, I'll give you names. They go, right, you get evidence in court, and you go, yeah. They go, right, we'll have to get you away because you'll be done for. So you give us all the names of Mr. Big, right? We'll give you a new identity, a new passport. We'll let you go and live in Canada for the rest of your life with Suzanne, right?
So why have I got to do all that?
Because they'll bump you off, won't they?
How did you know it was me?
Because you have to give evidence in court. So they go, oh, Pilkinton squealed.
So you got to change all your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've killed someone, yeah?
Yeah. Well, look, you just know, you're giving them in to keep you from going to jail. So you don't want to spend the rest of your life in prison because you're involved in something, or whatever. It doesn't matter, Carl!
No,
listen!
How would the mafia know that I've said something?
Because you say in court, those are the people, he's Mr. Big, he's Mr. So-and-so, he ordered the hit. Don't you know anything?
It's a lot of messing around though, isn't it? So I've got to leave this job, yeah?
Yeah, I think they might try XFM first.
I'd have to... What, I'd have to bin Suzanne, would I?
No, she can go and live with you.
You have to cut off all your ties with your friends and family, though. You can't contact them. You got to leave them behind.
Would she have to change her haircut?
Possibly.
When did the murder happen?
Yeah. What would the new identity be that you choose? What would you choose for yourself?
What name?
Probably, I wanted to be called Brett when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right. Brett what?
Brett Pilkinton.
You got to change your surname, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Maybe go X-Directory.
Where would you move to?
Probably back up north.
No.
Well, no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Can I suggest, maybe, Brett Hanson and go and live in Australia or Canada or something. Well, maybe when they're not operating, maybe, you know, and they're just, forget it.
You might have to change your identity as well. You might have to grow your hair. Well, you can't grow your hair, but maybe wear a wig or a moustache.
What would you do? What would you wear?
So, like an afro or something?
Something like
That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely
And I've got to do
brilliant.
all that just because for 5 minutes I stood in a court thing.
Yes.
And said he's the one who did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I just wear the afro and the glasses when I'm in the court? Say my name's Brett, right?
Yeah.
Change my voice a bit. He did it, and they go, thanks very much. I go off, I carry on my life.
That's
I'm still
genius.
coming in there on Saturday.
I don't know why they haven't thought of that.
That is genius.
This counts all the witness protection scheme.
Why don't they do that?
Yeah.
So they go, well, I'll go to court as Brett Hanson with an afro, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right, and then when I come out, I'm back to Karl Pilkinton, still talking like that, but without the afro. That is perfect. You've got. Why don't you call the FBI and say, listen, I can save you billions of dollars a year. You're a genius, Karl.
All right.
Well done.
Or Brett, should I say. Don't Look Back Into the Sun, Libertines on XFM. I'm excited, Steve. It's that time. It's that time of the week.
Go on.
Well, Karl's in a little film.
Oh, that's what you're excited about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the show's almost over. Right?
Yeah, no. Come on in, Karl.
Right, so, yeah, I'm in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Took a scene from it.
Yeah.
Got to listen carefully in that. At the end, there'll be a question on, like, the clip that you've just heard. It's sort of like what they do in the Krypton Factor and stuff. So do you want to read out the prizes? Or just
yeah, there's the usual things. It's a couple of rock and roll albums. We've got the.
Why is it called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I can't remember. I think it's explained in the book, but I don't remember. I haven't read it for many years.
If someone knows, just a quick email to do. I'd like to know that.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. You can win yourself, if you get the question right, the League of Gentlemen Series 3. We've got that Rock and Roll Legends again, the Best of Blondie, a nature programme, and the Old Grey Whistle Test, Volume 3. So if you're
Brilliant,
over
so
50, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
And just, if you haven't seen the film, it's just about, like a, what would you call it?
Well, it's a guy who thinks he's going to get away with prison by going into a mental institution. It was a new experiment, but he finds out he can't get out and he's sort of trapped and, well, people know it, everyone knows what.
Just play it.
Just
Well,
play
I
it.
saw it last week, so.
Just play it.
Alright.
Well, you know, I've been observing you here now for the last 4 weeks, and I don't see any evidence of mental illness at all.
Yeah, no, I'm not mental. I never said I was. I mean, alright, I got an E in history, but that isn't why I'm in here. I'm in here because I had to get away from the outside world. It was doing me head in. I've been working too hard, I'm stressed out, I've been working like loads of hours Monday to Friday. I've been working on a Saturday with Ricky and Steve, right? That's been doing me head in. People think that's a laugh when it isn't, right?
You busy right now, are you? You got something to do right now?
See, this is why I'm here today, Doctor, because he's doing me head in.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, he's doing me head in. I came here to get away from Ricky. He is just as bad.
I'm smarter than him, ain't I?
You're an idiot, right? You just...
We're just good friends.
No, we're not friends. And if you were a friend, you wouldn't be doing that to me, Ed.
How do you mean that?
Well, don't ask...
Come on, I'll show you. Yes,
Lower your dog.
Get him out of here.
Get him off me!
Now, just hold it right there. All right.
You get off! Doctor, will you tell him?
Come here, Phil. Don't hurt you, does it?
Of course it does.
That's it. Hold on to it. Not too hard. You'll crush all the air out of it. We're gonna...
You normally do... Get off! You normally does it harder than this, but...
No, it's warming up. Warming up.
Will somebody else?
All right, be there. Oh.
Get off! See what I mean, Doctor? That's what he's doing every day. The state of this. I don't know why you do it, because it's not as if you're going to crack it open.
But I tried, didn't I? God damn it. At least I did that.
I love it, the effort.
Yeah. It's almost, I wonder if it's almost a strange premonition of the future.
Yeah.
You in some kind of home.
Alright, well,
what's the question?
Little question then. What result did I get in history?
Good.
Right.
Yeah, well, tricky one that. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Or text, will we take text?
I haven't really bothered to check the text.
Alright then, email.
Oh.
Thanks for that, Rick.
Sneezy.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll play,
Prince Brothers, yeah, it's a lovely tune from their album, what's it called? Yours, Mine and Ours. Blinded by the Stars.
See me like a passion that took such a long...
Blinded by the Stars from the Prince Brothers. We've a couple of texts. I do occasionally have a look at them.
Go
on. We've had one here complaining. It doesn't say who it's from. It just says, "Wow, really clever homophobic material. Genius. Switching off, idiots." I don't know what they mean. It was not clever homophobic material. It was just homophobic.
Well, what do they mean, though?
But how is it homophobic? We weren't being anti-gay. We were saying we don't understand the gay world.
And anything that's...
We were querying and questioning it.
Yeah, and Karl, see, this is what I mean. Karl gets us into trouble. I can't go through Chinatown anymore.
No.
It's not really a town, though, is it?
It's not really a town. It's more a novelty street.
Novelty street with restaurants.
Yeah.
But I can't, you know, and when we sort of like talk, we get tarred with the same brush as him, because the man's an idiot.
Yeah.
But we often say that. We are not homophobic. I don't think Karl's homophobic. He's confused. He's interested. He's got nothing against Chinese people. He's got a little theory that they don't age well. And these are the sort of things that come across, I mean, they're not meant to be homophobic and racist. They're showing that Karl, I don't know the PC term for this, is a bit mental.
Yes.
And, you know, I think we're doing our bit by letting him on
the air.
On the air as well. Like that complaint he got about that woman on, what's it called? Who are you looking at?
Yeah.
Because he said about, I don't even want to repeat it, but he said some, you know.
Yeah, but I never meant to upset anyone with that.
No, I know he didn't. No, I know he didn't, no. But, I mean, it's on a website now, and, you know, to be fair, she does say it was Karl that said it, and, you know, we were the idiot presenters that let him on air. But, it's like, Karl is bad for our reputation.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's funny to be in a room with him, but then I want to sort of shake it off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about
Guilty
it.
by association.
I know. What have you got to say for yourself, Karl, for some of the stuff you come out with? What have you got to say? I mean, I know the answer. It's absolutely from the heart and genuine...
ignorance.
And confusion and interest. You haven't got a malicious bone in your body.
Well. Towards me, yes, but yeah, other people.
But again, he's just honest with you. He says...
don't repeat what he says.
No,
don't repeat it, just leave it.
But it's not as bad as some other things. But he's, you know, he says, remember you just say that when you first met him, he looked a bit hard, but you got used to it.
Yeah.
No, that's from the heart. That's like him sort of like being honest and nice, but he doesn't know what that... And we can take it, of course.
Well.
What have you got to say for yourself?
I haven't got anything to say, really. I mean, there's been other weird stuff going on in the week and that.
Go on.
No, I might as well talk about it next week, because we're wrapping up. All I'm saying is I talk about what's gone on.
Yeah. Have we got monkey news? Have we left monkey news behind?
Monkey news! Come on!
What happened?
You can't offend monkeys!
I'll tell you what is annoying.
What?
Steve's told me about a film that is about a monkey going off with a woman.
The Charlotte Rampling thing where she...
It's a film called Max Mon Amour. Yeah, she has an affair with a monkey. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
You wouldn't like it.
We can't go into it.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. It's not like, it's weird and you wouldn't, Karl, it's not like a nature program where he wears a bowler hat and can talk. Okay? The nature programs that you seem to see.
Yes, I'm trying to think, I haven't seen that one.
No! Yeah. Come on, do monkey news.
Well, monkey news this week.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news,
Right, it's about this monkey that was knocking about in the 1950s.
Right.
It was known in the sort of LA area, right? And apparently, again, I haven't really checked all this out, I've just picked up bits that look interesting.
Yeah.
Wore a golden mask, and like a cape and a leopard skin belt and stuff, right? So people didn't know he was a monkey.
Of course they didn't know, yeah.
They thought it was this bloke who's going around, and he was helping out crime situations and stuff.
Right, you're an idiot. So this disguise, that you see a 3'6" bloke with arms the length of his body.
No, but that's the funny thing, right? They sort of thought, it's a bit odd, you know, he's stocky, yet extremely flexible.
Yeah, and hairy, because he only wore a white mask and a belt.
And a distinctive jawline and stuff. And then,
right.
Apparently, like, he used to sort of get to his...
Nothing we say gets through, does it? You've decided you can picture this monkey going around solving crimes, and it's...
telling you.
Let him finish the story. Time's running out.
So it sort of get to its crime by, like, swinging from the trees and stuff.
Of course it would,
right?
yeah.
Well, people just thought, it's a normal fella.
Of course.
Then, what happened was...
This is the bit that's going to annoy me, isn't it?
He helped some fellas out, like, you know, and for a reward, they were like, do you want some money? You know, you've helped save our lives during a crime and stuff. Do you want some money and that? And he just went straight for the shopping bags, got a couple of bananas and apples, right? And as he was bent down, looking into the bag, getting the bananas and apples, they pulled his mask off. Little monkey.
So he wasn't allowed to work for the police anymore?
It ended there.
Sure.
Weird, isn't it?
Rick, can I tell you the meaning of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Can we never speak of monkey news again?
Yeah.
It comes apparently from an American children's nursery rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. Some fly east, some fly west. Some fly over the cuckoo's nest.
Brilliant.
Now thanks to Ian for emailing that in. Shall I give someone the prizes?
Yeah.
Phil Corbett. There you are. That's the first one I pulled out. He correctly guessed that it was E. It was an E that Karl got in history. The only qualification he's got, and it's an E.
You know that woman?
Judge the monkey news based on that.
Go on.
That woman who went out with the monkey.
What?
It's a film.
It's a film.
It was Charlotte Rampling. In the film. I don't know who played the monkey.
Did she have any kids?
What, with the monkey? In the film?
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I'm gonna get it out and stuff.
No.
Hmm.
Why?
Oh, 'cause that would have been interesting.
Well, no, it's just that the problem there is the kids would always look more like the dad.